What's up, chat? Well, look what we have here. And I am not alone tonight. I apologize. We're kind of going to get right into it tonight. I am here with the one, the only Catshausen. Cats, how are you?
I am good. How are you doing tonight?
I'm here and I'm ready to see some crazy Battlefront going on.
Oh yeah, I am definitely aiming for this match right now.
Yeah.
You can't help it. When you have clankers, you can't help it.
So tonight is going to be a crazy match. We got Clanks versus TSO, I believe, right? Clanks and TSO.
Yes, yes.
Chat, how are we today? We are putting this.
Oh my goodness, it should be popping off here momentarily because it is going to get wild. There we go.
All right, chat. Normally we like to do a pregame analysis, but unfortunately there is no pregame analysis because we are just 43 seconds from starting our match tonight. 43 seconds. So I'm excited to get tonight's game going. This was kind of a last minute oopsie on my part, so apologize for being late, but we are here nonetheless and ready to see some craziness unfold tonight. Now,
I'm calling it now.
Yeah.
Clanks.
And you know what? I was going to say TSO is a higher rated team, but Clanks have been practicing against the BCL the past couple weeks. And I mean, that's something. And we've seen Clanks just kind of play pretty well. But I think we're ready. Here we go. And we are starting on Jabba's. Wow.
That's a really popular map to start off with. And we don't even know who's good or bad.
I do. Word is Clanks are starting good.
Oh, so they're rebels.
All right, let's start with Boozy. Let's see what Boozy is going to be up to tonight. And Boozy going against Cap and point guard here, going to 4 and 5, and he is knocked out first kill. Wow. All right, well let's see. Thuggish is on 3 right now, and we have Thuggish versus Bunga.
Again, 3 is your main one. That's what everybody goes to. Have you ever seen anyone just flip it to where it's 1, 2, and 4?
I don't think I have. I really think this is one of those maps where, well, let's see what's going on 1. We are seeing 1 being contested, which is the spawn point for them. So let's take a look. And here it is. Interesting. Alright, well let's keep an eye on Boozy here. Chat, how are we tonight? How are we doing? Let's get a quick poll up in the chat for how we think tonight's match is going to go.
Yep. Let's get that going.
Ooh. Alright, well, there's a lot of action here. I'm not even going to move it. Thuggish takes down Star. Dang. And we have a lot of really great players playing tonight. So I'm excited to see how things shake out. We got Nunu going against, wow, a team of 3 here. And unfortunately, he's not going to make it. Now, Bunga is going to try the same thing. And they just completely hold down 3. They completely hold down 3. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, that's the main thing. If you can keep 3, you got this.
All right, map check. Still 1, 2, and 3, but looks like 3 is being contested by Star. Star is in there against Han, Verg, and I believe that's Thuggish. Wow, and Star gets the double kill. Oh my gosh, and Bunga? Okay, Star dies to a bot, but Bunga's going to clear that point, and he's going to take it. Alright, chat. Poll is going out here. Sorry, I apologize. I'm trying to multitask here a little bit. And you got 2 minutes on that prediction. There you go. Use your channel points if you got them. If you don't have them, feel free to drop a follow for free. And let's continue to see what goes on here. Alright, let's look at Bifocal here. He's going against, and wow. Unfortunate we caught that one on camera. But it's alright, it's alright. Still early in this game. And wow. They are just... Let's take a look at the map here. And so we're actually seeing that Clanks, I believe, have 5, 4, and 3 here still. If I'm not mistaken. Maybe I read that incorrectly. Oh, no, sorry. Read that wrong. TSO has 5, 4, and 3 as of now. Alright. And are they going for another post? They're going for 1. So we might actually see a lockout here going toward 2, but 4 is being contested. Let's take a look at that. If we can find it. Third Cap. I'm not sure. I'm not seeing where that's happening. Wow, Cap's going in here. Putting in the work. Alright, Nunu is about to go toward 3 here. Let's take a look. Or sorry, he's 3 going to 2. And he is putting in the work as a Vanguard. Wow. Wow.
Oh my.
Oh. Alright. So I think... Okay, they were able to... Clanks were able to recapture 1. And so we still are seeing a advantage toward TSO for this first map. Now let's keep in mind TSO did start this map with the top, which for those of you guys who don't know, who aren't as familiar with this game, having the top side of Jabba's Palace usually gives you the advantage. And so in this case, Empire did start with the advantage. And so we're seeing the Rebels, or we're seeing Clanks here, kind of fight to reclaim their post on 1. But looks like 3 is also whited out. So let's keep an eye out here, because while I think we probably have some bleed going on for Clanks, I would imagine it surely isn't too crazy if they have only 1 post.
Yeah.
Or rather, Clanks only... there's 2 white posts. My apologies. Cats, what do you think so far?
I think it is going to be an uphill battle for the Clanks tonight. Like, I believe that they are in an uphill battle, but that doesn't mean, we can count them out anytime, anyway, because, they are just such a solid team.
I think with who we're seeing playing tonight, we're just seeing this little tumble going on right now with Thuggish, but I think we have a really evenly stacked cast tonight. We have Bifocal, Han, Thuggish, Verg, and Boozy playing on the Clankers. And then on Twin Suns tonight, we have Bunga, Nunu, Point Guard Star, Vader, and Cap. Oh wait, no, one of them stopped playing. Which one stopped playing? Point Guard? No. Have we seen Vader? Vader's not playing. Okay. It's a very even match tonight in terms of just player skill, kind of player ability. Each team has a pretty good Vanguard, or a couple pretty good Vanguards. Each team has a pretty good Engineer. So it's a pretty stacked cast tonight, in all honesty. That being said, doing a quick map check, we are still seeing Clanks just not quite able to claw out of the bottom, and are kind of keep flip-flopping on number 1. So I think Clanks might be disadvantaged in this map, but we'll see how it goes.
At what point do you sit there and stop thinking about winning this match, and then you worry about the next match?
Right. Because and I'm sure Clanks are considering that at this point.
Yeah, because there's always some point you just shut off this map and you go to the next one. You plan for the next one.
Right, and looking forward, It looks like we're going to Moss next, and so for those of you guys who don't know, on Moss Eisley, there is a slight advantage to the Empire, given that they have Dark Troopers, and so we're going to see Clanks with that advantage on the next map. Now, that being said, we are just seeing a phenomenal amount of precision going on, with just kind of maintaining that number 3 post by TSO. They're holding down 3, but they lost 4. Hold on. I might retract what I was just saying. I was just saying they're doing well holding what they have, but apparently I'm not correct on that. I have a couple bad calls here tonight. Alright, let's check out Verg. Verg's a very interesting player. Actually one of the top players in the league. One of those that he just plays well. He shows up. He plays well. He's just a well-coordinated player, and we're seeing that here. As he's kind of flying under the radar. Fortunately, they caught on that he was there, but wow.
Yeah, but usually that's the type of player you want. Someone that's consistent, that's not, one of the bigger names, but that puts up solid numbers.
Right. Yeah, and Verg is absolutely one of those players. I mean, he's very consistent, plays very well. I'm curious to see how the scoreboard goes tonight. I haven't quite been tracking how each player has been playing, but from what I've seen, it seems like Cap has been playing pretty well on this map.
Yeah.
So let's take a look. And I think Nunu is playing pretty well. Alright, yeah, and that was right. Cap with 132. Oh, overall 119-0. So medium diff. Cap 132-14. That is a screenshot right there. Point guard 87-8. Nunu 51-9. Bunga 34-6. Star 36-10. So all over 50 star points, pretty good. And then on for Clanks, Boozy 33-16. Solo 53-14. Verg 40-10. Bifocal 42-11. Thuggish 30-12. So no player under 50 points. I mean, really, nobody did horrible here, and we are launching into this next match. And as I mentioned before, Clanks are starting bad here, so they have the map advantage. But until they get Dark Troopers, it's kind of anybody's game.
Yeah, and that's that whole, who are your Dark Troopers, who's running what,
right.
How quick can they get them?
Now, it looks like Clanks and TSO are fighting right now for 4, and it looks like TSO is gonna get Cantina there. Bum, how are you, my friend? Alright, and it looks like we have another toss-up here, and I believe this is 3. And so they're gonna get 3 now. Okay. Take a look at the map, and once again, doing well. Nice to have something at work to watch. That's so fair, dude. And it's a good matchup tonight. It's a really pretty solid matchup. So it looks like Clanks are once again in a position disadvantage. It's 2-4 right now on objective points, or capture points. But once they get Dark Troopers, the tides do change. It's important, though, for early map control on Moss can really shake things up, especially before Dark Troopers come out. So,
yeah, and I'm waiting for that moment when those Dark Troopers do hit the field, because once they do, it's gonna be total night and day.
The first map was Jabba's, and it went to TSO. Let me update that. There we go. TSO won that is Empire, so fairly expected, I would say. But it wasn't a huge difference. It was about 100-0, so 100-0 on that first game. And Cap played crazy. He went 132-14. Alright, let's take a look at points here. And we have a complete flip-flop on the board. It looks like Clankers now have 2, and we have 3 white objectives with a couple flickering. So we might... there's no way we're going to see a lockout here. Nope, they just took 6. Okay. TSO now has 2 points back on the board. And let's see if we have any Dark Troopers. And once again, now we do. Okay. We got Boozy playing the one Dark Trooper. And let's see who the other one is. I would imagine it would be. I'm not sure.
I would say I want to say thuggish, but I'm not. I'm not. Again, I'm not.
Uh, it might be Verg. Is there other
Oh,
spec? I'm not sure. I'm not sure who plays spec on their team. All right. Ooh, wow. Star. Good kill from Star there. Keeping his point secure. And looking at the map, we have a complete flip from earlier. Even with just one Dark Trooper out right now. 3-2-1 so far. With one flickering.
yep. Those dark troopers, like we said,
They're a
other
game
heroes.
changer on this map. And look at
Yep.
that. Boozy going against the Wookiee. Going against Nunu. And wow.
Now, how do you think that new no hero rule is going to be?
With these sets of players, I don't. Oh, yep, and we were right. Verg is the other Dark Trooper. I think
Yep.
it's in terms of heroes for these two teams. I don't know because both teams are pretty like they have very good players without heroes.
Yeah.
I don't know that. I think that would have been the difference maker for these teams on what hero is on what map, right? But
Yeah.
I would say now that that's not an applicable option. I don't know, Cats. I would say it kind of evens the playing field with these teams. I mean, we can see. Look at this. It's completely tied up, but we know that there's probably a slight advantage in score to Clanks right now.
Do you believe that it makes it more competitive with these two teams?
With these two teams in particular, I would say that heroes might be a disadvantage, especially on certain maps. Just depending on the quality of hero. Now, that being said, I would say in a matchup where there's kind of a disadvantaged team, I would say it could be a benefit. It's one of those kind of tricky. I mean, obviously it's a divisive thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think it would have made the difference in tonight's match. All right, and it looks like, wow, a complete flip of the board, and all the way TSO has 4 points, but we see something flickering on 4, I believe. Let's take a look at what's going on there. All right, and Point Guard is fighting with Bunga right now, and they got Verg. Now they just have to deal with Boozy. No glowing Dark Troopers, which is helpful. They just gunned down. Wow, they just gunned down those Dark Troopers. But let's look at Bunga. Bunga is glowing with an engineer. All right. Good for Bunga. I'm going to go on a limb here and say Bunga probably is carrying his score for his team right now. He's been playing pretty well.
Yep. And it's smart for him to grab an engineer. That way, you don't have to worry about it tipping off a mine. That's very smart tactic.
And it looks like Clanks here have only 2 CPs right now, and they're split. So they're kind of in a disadvantaged physical position on this map right now. That being said, I want to imagine the score is probably still in their favor, if not probably tied at this point.
Yeah.
But here, look at Point Guard. He's just holding this point down. I mean, we've seen the team just even as a blaster rifle. Oh no, he's playing a sniper. My apologies. As a sniper, he is playing blaster rifle. And he just took care of the Dark Trooper. Wow.
Yeah.
But I don't like miners. I just like mining.
Bum, thank you for the sub. Cap, good job on Jabba's. And Fumble, love the scoreboard at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, I mean, it's simple, but it meets this game. Got my renewal Prime sub. Thank you for the Prime. I love a good Prime.
Amazon?
Yeah. Twitch Primes are, it's free with your Twitch account.
Ah.
You get 1 a month.
I am really gonna have to do that. I got that.
Look at this. This fight on 1 here is crazy. So we've seen the teams kind of go back and forth on one, and we're just seeing a crazy strong defense from TSO right now. They really don't want to give up one. And if we look at the scoreboard,
not at all.
wow, Clanks are kind of fighting for these 2 points here. Even with Dark Troopers, I'm kind of surprised to see that. You have a normal hairline. I don't get it. I don't know. Katz just enjoys what he enjoys and likes to say things. And his, he has a freedom of speech that I gotta respect.
What? I'm sitting there saying that you have like a legendary hairline that's awesome. It's like, it's going to be spoken about for generations. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, it is legendary, and it will be spoken about for generations. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Yeah, see, I'm just promoting my, co-host, about having an awesome hairline,
Let's take a look at them.
You know,
Okay. The map is tied, and it's as straight as my hairline, so no worries there. Now, point guard going against bifocal here, and point guard's playing a blaster rifle this match, which is, there's some discernment in the community about blaster rifle, but he's putting in the numbers. We've seen him take down Dark Troopers with it, so same with Thuggish. But again, going against a Wookiee, little tricky. I think the Clanks are missing metallic. Yes, they are missing metallic. Which I think has we've seen maybe playing to the fact they've been a little unstable these past 2 matches. They've gotten really high, and then they kind of falter. We're missing some defense from Clanks, where we've seen some pretty decent defense from TSO tonight. So if Clanks can get one member of their team to kind of be a little more defensive, especially looking at the next maps, which ones would those matter on? Looking on Endor, it is going to matter, that defense piece, so.
Oh, yeah. And, Metallic is such a versatile player.
Right. Not having Metallic,
or defensive, and that right there, I think, is really a hindrance tonight of not having Metallic. Not saying that the other players aren't good.
No. I mean, they have a very evenly skilled team. A lot of really great players that honestly, like, we've seen them put in the work this season. They've been practicing against BSL. They've been playing a lot of scrims. I mean, this is the team that started the season low, and they've continually kind of surprised the whole league.
Oh yeah, I mean, they are amazing, I just, want them to do well because, I want all the teams to do well, but, I'm a Clankeroo fan.
I don't blame you. They're a fun team to root for. Now, I will say, the Dark Troopers haven't been putting in the work I would be expecting. And maybe TSO has just played a very good defense against the Dark Troopers, but it is a map advantage, and we haven't really seen any glowing Dark Troopers, so curious. Now, I say that as probably the worst Dark Trooper in the league. I will just put that out there. Personally, I'm not a good Dark Trooper. I will never admit that I am, but I'm curious.
No, you're a pretty good pilot and everything, and it saved you this weekend. My Xbox, saved you.
Yeah, well, I guess what's up with that, Katz? Are you gonna you figuring that out, or?
Yeah, I have another one on the way, and I will be back hopefully sometime this week.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, don't miss it, guys. Space match, Galactic Ponies versus the Phantom Squadron. Oops, all space. Now we are seeing Clanks with the map advantage now with 4 different CPs.
Hopefully they can keep that, drain going, and it could really turn it to their, more their side.
Right, absolutely. I mean, they have to. If they want to win, they're going to have to keep these points down. They cannot afford any more drain than I'm sure that they've faced kind of in this mid-match. They had a really great early game. In mid-match, we saw a mid-match lull, and now they're up again, kind of in this final 11th hour. Now Thuggish is going against Nunu here. Now he's doing well with the blaster rifle, but Nunu pulls out with the Wookiee.
Oh man. Come on.
Alright, let's keep an eye out here on the map. And once again, still a disadvantage to TSO. Okay.
Yep.
We might see a 1-1 here, which puts us at least to a game 5. So, this is going to be an exciting game, ladies and gentlemen. Probably just gentlemen, maybe one lady. So, share the stream, because this is the match to watch. And if you're new to the scene, you're new to Battlefront, this is what you should be watching right now, because you're going to see some high-level gameplay from some of the best Battlefront 2 competitive teams that are out there. A very even match, might I add.
Oh, and just so you know, Chase, he didn't mean to call you, lady.
And Verg's holding 2 down here. Oh, never mind. And looks like... Who did get the loss there? Very close. But TSO won the match with 94. 94. That was a hard one to predict, because Clanks were up, then down, then up again. And let's look at the scoreboard real quick. Point guard with 72 and 17. Bunga 62 and 8. Vader 54 and 8, Star 45 and 12, and Nunu 48 and 12. All above 80 CP points. Or all above 80 star points. Thuggish 63 and 17, Boozy 52 and 15, Verk 33 and 18, Han 40 and 20, and Bifocal 38 and 18. Interesting score. We didn't quite see the performance from their Dark Troopers that match. And I think that's kind of what lost them that match there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, usually you want to see your Dark Troopers, on the top of the leaderboard. Especially on a map like Mos Eisley, and we just didn't see it tonight. So,
now, in any of your past streams, have you seen if Metallic was a really good Dark Trooper?
Is he? Okay. We that might have been what held him up here, is they didn't have Metallic as Dark Trooper.
Yeah. He is really amazing as a Dark Trooper, I mean, he's solid, quick. Yep. I think that would have probably changed it a lot.
Now we're sitting at potentially what could be the halfway point of this match, and unfortunately, we are down 2 for Clanks, and that's a good thing. If you're the TSO right now, I mean, you're jumping up and down, clapping your hands, because you only got 2 more matches. But I don't know if we're gonna see a clean sweep tonight, and I would really say I don't think we will.
I got that inner clanker feeling in me that they're gonna pull it out. They're gonna turn it around. You watch. They're gonna Boozy and Douglas. They're gonna say something to their team. They're gonna get it fired up, and we're gonna see a clanker turnaround. Just mark my words. It'll happen. I believe. Come on, you gotta believe. What do you think there, Hero?
Well, Cats, I'm going into this, of course, I love to root for the underdog here, but we've seen a very coordinated TSO tonight, and that makes me think that TSO might have the slight edge. I mean, we've seen it. Granted, one of the maps, they did have map advantage, but the other one they did not. And they still pulled it out. So I'm very curious what Clankers are going to have to pull out tonight to be able to win.
Oh man!
Now
See,
let's,
and, you know,
yeah.
and right, I was just gonna say real quick while we have time. You're one of my favorite streamers on Twitch and everything, right next to Trash Marble, and Trash Marble does the whole Stardew Valley scene and little adventure stuff. So you're right up there.
I'm
Just
number
thought I'd
two,
put it
huh?
back. Yeah, you're number two.
Okay. All
You
right.
know,
I'll be number
yeah,
two.
Trash Marble. She's pretty awesome.
All right, number two. You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. And if I am your number one, make sure you're following because it is free. Now, we have just a minute 20 left, and let's look forward at what the next maps are going to be. So looking next, it looks like we have Endor, which, I'm sorry for you ladies and gentlemen, is a snooze fest to watch, but it is a divisive map. And looking at it, it looks like Clanks are going to be starting good on Endor, which is interesting.
Okay, what is your take on why it's such a snooze fest? Like, is like there's just not like enough stuff to be. Okay, is there just not enough things to do if it's too far spaced apart?
You know, and this maybe is my hot take and my hill to die on, cats, but I feel like Endor just like it has a very uneven amount of action between points, and like it just has it's too big. It is too big.
I see that. You know, I could see that, and it's like with the Hoth or something like Hoth. You have a lot of to cover with the walkers.
Right.
They're just so imposing on the field. But with indoor, you're looking about the same size, and all you have are the little bitty ATSTs,
Right,
and
right.
that's it. So most teams they're either going to go 1-6 or 6-1. That's the normal
Yeah.
ticket.
Right,
And the
right.
thing is, who can get there fast enough and who sends more and defends less? That's
Oh
your
my
whole key.
gosh. Alright, so we already see the sneaky tactics of Endor here, and that's another divisive piece to this map. So I'll point them out for you guys if you aren't familiar. Bifocal is running a very interesting technique where I'm not going to use the community name for it, but essentially he's strapping mines on to the sides of his speeder, and his goal is to either knock out players or vehicles with it. Now we saw another player picking up an ATST and shooting out the remote rockets from it as well. Another very similar strategy on this map. And so the teams are trying to get each other's back points. So they're trying to get 1, they're trying to get 6. And once you do that, you can bleed the team from both sides, because capturing 3 and 4 and 5 are actually pretty difficult on this map. Just because of the amount of bots that are kind of in that area. Now, some players on the team will absolutely try it. It is just a little challenging. So we see a lot of back caps on this map for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah, and that right there is the thing. Is like, do you have enough to defend?
Right, right. Just probably spoil the game here a little. Verg is going to probably be sitting on their back point most of this game. I know he's a very defensive player on maps like this. Looks like Han is as well, also playing a very... Oh no, he's going for the offense here. Oh wow. Okay, and he gets Han. Is he going to get point guard here? Let's take a look. Good nade by point guard, but I think that's enough, especially if his teammate's able to come back. As long as point guard keeps him in there, I mean, we're going to see... Oh, and yep, Star comes back. That's what we expected. Now it's a 2v1 once again. And I don't think they have that. I think they're going to be able to cap that again. And even though they do have it for right now, and we see that Clanks are just down to 1 point, look at that. They take 5. And I imagine we're going to see them take 3 or 4 and 1 once again.
Yeah. That's what I would do.
Now, we're going to see a lot of back caps on this map. We'll keep an eye out for it. But this map, a lot of it, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, is just kind of people standing around or shooting rockets. So,
you know, it's hurry up and get there. And that's when you have that lot of space to cover. And it's just, that's when it gets
right.
tempo. You know, because if you're in a little area to where there's like 1 or 2 CPs close by, then you get that fast tempo. And then when you reach that point to where there's a lot of space, then you start to get complacent and not as alert. And that's when you make a mistake, and that's when you usually get killed, lose all your warps, and that changes the complexion again.
Yeah. And look, Bunga's going to take this point back with the Dark Trooper. We just saw him win a 2v1 there. And let's look at the map. We have 2 white objectives. Now 3. And looks like 6 is getting a back cap. So let's take a look at what's going on there if we can. A little tricky to spot here. I don't think this is it. Let's take a look here. Bifocal and cap. Contesting that point, and Bifocal's going to take it. Now, Boozy's also been playing pretty decent tonight. And so if we look, the Clanks here have 4 objective points. 4 objective points for the Clanks, I believe.
And it's nothing but a boon to their chance of, turning it around.
Absolutely. I mean, if this is the map that they pull out on, that's great. I mean, that brings us to a game 5, 6, and possibly game 7. So.
Oh yeah. And that's what a lot of our your viewers want is a game 7.
We don't want a 4-0. If there's any Clanks here or if there's any TSO here, we want you guys to duke it out as long as possible. I mean, we want to see where this goes.
Oh yeah, we here on Heroes channel abhor 4-0s. We hate them.
We hate 4-0s.
Yeah, that's just less of my awesomeness that you get to hear, and the less of Heroes' awesome hairline you get to see.
That's right. That's right.
It's doing you guys a disservice.
Gotta sneak that one in like it's an ad read, I guess.
Well, see, we didn't have no ad read yet.
So, I mean, we can always do my Pablo ad read, but for my game.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We got that lined up for you, and then but we had to throw in our shameless plug of our streamer a hero. So is it a hero or is it a hero?
I hate to break it to you, it's actually a hero.
A hero. Oh.
It is a hero, yeah.
Yeah, a hero. Okay.
Yep, chat, it is a hero.
Okay, that's coming from my generation of, I need a hero, that song, and then, because it doesn't sound like, I need a hero, and it just doesn't sound right, so that was my fault.
I mean, it's whatever. It's like, it's fine, either or. No, DOS, it's not arrow. It's not arrow. Anyway. Alright, Boozy, let's see what you can do here, pal. We want to see some action. I'm not rooting against TSO, but I want to see Clanks do something here. Boozy, take him out here, bro. Come on. Oh, good kill from Star. All right. Verg still just holding it down, holding the point down.
Yeah. And that, like you said, you called it earlier in the match and everything. Defense. You have to have a really solid defense.
JK, it's okay. No, it's a hero or a hero or hero. All of it's fine. Just don't start getting fun with it, chat. You know, don't add extra things beyond that, and we'll be good. Anyway, let's take a look here. We see the Dark Troopers are out now, but still, we're seeing Clanks hold down the fort. Oh, never mind. All right, it is 2-2-2.
Oh wow.
Now, it is between the Clanks 2 points, which, to their advantage, looks good. And I would be curious to see, are Clanks going to be able to pull this one out?
I'm assuming so. I'm going to go ahead and go 60-40 that Clanks pull this one out.
I would assume the Clanks are up on the scoreboard right now. All right, Boozy. You got it. You got a couple guys here now. You got point guard. You got Cap. You're gonna have to put in the work here, my friend. And Thuggish. You guys got to put in the work. Ooh, and they do. But what are they gonna do about point guard?
Oh, point guard. He's such a wild card.
Bifocal doing big things. Bifocal is doing some interesting. Verg taking a leak behind the tree still.
That was funny. I'm sorry.
All right, and they're still up 4, or they're still up 2. My apologies. It is still 4-2. Boozy versus Cap. Cap has played a very good game tonight, but can Thuggish take him down? He just guns him down, just like that.
Oh, and we have an update in Glorious Blaster 0, BCL 7.
They played 7 matches. They went 7-0.
Yeah, they just, probably played it out.
Gotcha. Well, congrats to the BCL. Oh, wow. Wait, did Verg lose 6? Verg did lose 6. So we know Verg is back there playing defense, but it's done. He lost it. Let's actually take a look at Verg going back, if possible. Nope. Okay. Oh, quick wit from Cap. He saw Han coming, and he moved out of the way when necessary. But Han is he's running around like a maniac on that speeder. And he took down another ATST. I mean, that's what you got to do, ladies and gentlemen. Those mines are what you need.
Oh my goodness, that just... Keeping those ATSTs down is just gonna help your team so much.
Absolutely. Now let's take a look. Looks like we have a more fragmented game going on now. Clanks are still up a point, and it looks like they might be contesting 5. Let's take a look here. Boozy. It's Boozy and Thuggish. All right. All right, and they get the point. All right.
Nice.
Verg still hanging out back here, I think.
Yeah.
Huh.
I think somebody just needs to get him a porta potty back there.
He's got something, dude. Maybe we gotta up his health insurance. He can go to the doctor or something. I mean, he is just hanging out. Got something going on.
Now, have you ever heard or noticed that a lot of people watch your streams back over to see how other teams have played? They use
I have.
And no, that says something about you. And I think that's a boon that, you're in our community, and I'm glad to have you around because, you are such an awesome streamer. You have a great setup. And it just, makes it, us have a little bit more professionalism in our, your broadcast.
I appreciate it, cats. I do. And anybody that's watching, I appreciate that you guys, if you guys are enjoying the stream, appreciate that you're watching. And anybody that's watching the VOD, hi. However many days later or hours later you might be watching. But alright, Endor is always a nice long map. Endor it's a map, and it's long. I don't know about nice. Clanks are still up a point, though. They're still up 2 points.
You're gonna die on this hill, aren't you?
It's just...
It's the hill you die on.
It's not... I don't think it's the most fun map, I'll just say. There's a lot of idle space, but, we've seen some good action tonight on this map. We haven't seen a lot of back caps, and that is because we do have Verg that's just kind of lurking about the back of his point, and it seems like it's working, so...
Yeah, you get that little bit of where is he? I don't know where he's at. It's going to make the other team hesitant to send somebody back there to try to back cap. Because
absolutely,
they're taking a player off the field to try to back cap. It isn't worth it. You don't know.
Looks like, ooh, real quick, cats. Take a look at this map here. It is tied up now. And we're seeing 4 and 5 flicker. Now 3 and 4 flicker. Let's take a look at what's going on in mid. Alright, point guard and Thuggish going at it now. But I don't know if Thuggish is going to be able to... I don't know. He is good with that blaster rifle, but we know point guard's also good as Vanguard. Let's take a look. Alright, what are we going to do? And he takes him down. Boozy also playing a very nice Wookiee tonight. He's been playing very well and looks like they are back up 3. It's 3-2-1. And 3 is unmanned. Still white. Alright, Star Commander. Let's see what you can do here. No, they take him down.
You got to be careful with what you say and everything because you said still white. You should probably say neutral.
Neutral? What? What is this guy talking about?
You said 5 was still white.
Okay. Alright, 3 is neutral. 3 is neutral right now.
I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh. It was just on the screen for a split second, but look back if you want. Verg in the comp right now is playing a Bothan. We are seeing a Bothan in the comp. Whoa. Bantha Bowl Season 8. Bothan in play. I really want to see that. I want to see how that goes. But unfortunately, I don't know that Verg is up to a whole lot right now.
Yep.
Verg, I'm sorry if you watch this back and you're like, they didn't spectate me at all on Endor. There's just nothing going on over there.
Yeah, I mean,
I think we're at endgame here. Look, there's no bots.
Yeah.
I think this is it.
You got to do it this way. If you don't spectate somebody that much, that just means that they're doing really bad or they're doing really amazing defense.
Right. I mean, like, a great defense player just doesn't get screen time. And I think we have a W by the Clanks. Yep, 100 up. All right, we called it. And Verg played... All right, let's look at the scoreboard. Now, very interestingly... TSO has higher scores, but it doesn't matter. Thuggish 44 and 11, Bifocal 38-16, Han 27-15, Boozy 22-10, and Verg only 3 deaths 15-3. Bunga 60-16, Point Guard 72-10, Vader 44, 19, Cap 42 and 13, and Star 33 and 21. All of their players playing better than their other opponent doesn't matter. It does not matter, ladies and gentlemen, because it is not a game of kills. It is a game of drain on Endor. That's right.
Yeah, the drain. It's the drain game.
Now, I want to point this out. For anybody that's very familiar, the spawns on Polis Massa are a little weird. But I have a report that this is the updated Polis Massa that we're seeing tonight with the updated spawn points. So we are seeing a little bit of a little difference tonight. Polis might be a little bit less one-sided. Now, it's not a super one-sided map, but there is a slight advantage here. And I think that advantage goes away because the spawn points are different now.
Now, do you think that this is the map that allows the spacewalk?
I don't think they can spacewalk because they're playing Empire and Rebels.
Yeah.
So there's no droids here, but I think they patched it.
Yeah, because I know in one of them you can spacewalk.
Yeah, this is the map, but I don't think we have no droids. So a lot of Empire in Empire going on tonight, and Rebels. Very interesting. Now, looks like we're seeing a lot of action on 3 and 4 here. But let's take a look. And 1 is back-capped right now. Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
1, right now, we are seeing TSO up 4. But, interestingly enough... Wait, what? Cats?
Yeah.
You are right. They are walking. They're moonwalking. All right.
Oh my God! And now this totally changes the complexion of this map.
It absolutely does.
Battles here and there, and it is gonna be wild. I can't wait for this.
2 and 3 are both flipping right now. Now we are seeing TSOs up on this map. Wow. Oh, and maybe Boozy crash? I wonder if we're gonna get get a restart on this. Oh, Thuggish left. We might get a restart on this map. I don't know if that was 2 crashes or if it's because of the moonwalking they decided to do a restart. Let's take a look here. I don't think... Are they going to keep playing?
I bet you the moonwalking threw him off. Because I wonder if that didn't really throw him off.
That's new on Polis Massa. It is new. It is new. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was something they've done, and I know that that they did it, you know, with the.
Good lord, fellas, we're redoing this map.
Redo? Okay.
Oh my. Alpha must have done something with the spawns. We were spawning in at 4.
So the spawns.
Us in at 5.
The spawns did change. That is correct.
Yeah. And then I think on their side they couldn't spawn at 1. It sent them to 2. So.
Okay.
So
all right.
We're gonna reset and try and let. I think Boozy said he thought his would work, so he's gonna
okay.
Yeah,
all right.
That was wild. That was
interesting.
I thought I spawned in wrong. That was nuts. That was funny.
Yeah. Man, but you guys, it was awesome. You know, you guys are, you know, it's a good match all the way around.
Well, that's, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a restart here on Polis. It seems like maybe there's a bug with the spawn points now, so no problem, no problem. It happens. It's all part of the process.
Oh, yeah. Oh. So again, I'm sending my extra pair of prosthetics to my buddy Vader. Everybody thinks I'm weird.
You're sending your prosthetics to Vader?
Yeah. Dave thinks that it's weird that I'm doing it, but I'm not weird. You're weird.
Should we run a second poll in chat? Is Cats weird? Chat, what do we think? Cats, is he normal, weird, cool, uncool? I think Cats is cool.
I should be a cool cat.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go ahead and so that, keep in mind, I have to do it. I'm going to go ahead and run an ad while we're waiting for the server to come back up so that you don't have to watch it during the match. And then for Bum, who's still here, thank you for subbing. Thank you for the sub. You get to hear all of my deepest, darkest secrets since you decided to give me a Twitch Prime. I am... I don't really have any secrets, but I do... I ate a bell pepper today. It was like, it was small, and it was just like, it was very, very bitter. I don't know if that's the right word, but I just ate it. I just took a bite out of it like an apple. I don't know. I don't know if it was the move, but it's all right. I lived. I feel like I got my nutrients though. You know. You know. Looks like people are coming back here in 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Thank you again. Yeah. Thank you for everybody that subbed and got to hear all my deepest, darkest secrets. And welcome back everybody else that had to sit through that ad. We are getting this new session back up. New session is coming back online.
So you have the Twitch ads and everything. The only way to watch it is to go ad free, right?
With Twitch Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I am really gonna have to do that. I'm really gonna have to link my thing. And I still love your scoreboard. Clankeros 1, TSO 2.
1 and 2. You know, it's we got a game 5 at least going. Boozy. Not. What's his password? Did he send it to me? Give me just 1 second, chat. Alright, chat, we are back. We are back. I got the code, and we are going. Here we go. I think we have a warm-up here real quick. Fortunately, a 5-minute warm-up. But, that being said... Oh, a 10-minute warm-up? It's not really necessary, Boozy. You gotta do that to us. Do we need the Doom Eternal soundtrack going on? Let's do something else. apologize, chat. 10 minutes of Gungans? Dave, I don't blame you one bit. I do not blame you one bit. You know what? We should see my performance in here while we're waiting as a Gungan. Now, Cats, why don't you do a little recap of what we've seen so far if there's anybody just tuning in?
Oh my goodness, you would ask me that. What we have seen so far is after two heartbreaking maps and everything, the Clanks couldn't win one or two, but on indoor, my Clanks are coming through, and they pulled it off. We pulled it off.
We?
Yeah, well, okay, Clank, I am because, Clankeros are sponsored by Crazy Cat's Housing Apparel. So, maybe I am a little biased. Maybe I am a little biased.
Maybe you
But,
are.
I mean, you've seen a defensive player like Berg make a lot of difference with very low numbers, but that defense is key. That
Absolutely.
you can't win a good match without defense. You have to be a cohesive unit, and I think we're seeing the Clanks become that cohesive unit. And will that loss transfer to maybe a little doubt in TSO?
Possibly. Possibly.
But TSO is such a well-oiled machine. It's hard to rattle them.
Absolutely.
Because again, they're one of the top teams. So we'll see. If the Clanks can bring it out, but I mean, I don't know how it's gonna play out because that just experience with Cap in there, it just makes a lot of difference. But when we say that, how does it, as a young guy, how does that make you feel?
What, experience or
Yeah,
what?
experience. Yeah. Do you think it's more talent and skill or experience and muscle memory?
I think like being a good player absolutely matters to a degree, but I think what some people don't always consider is like a good player on a bad team is a good player. But if you have a good player on like a good team, that becomes a great player. And,
Yes.
I think just having a team like, for example, like Clanks have like a very um they have a very evenly dispersed team of talent. They have a couple players that are good, maybe a little better than others in certain areas, but like
Yeah.
overall they have a very unified team. And so I don't know that I would say that like straight up skill expression always matters because, in that regard, we see, TSO has maybe stronger peak players on their team, players that are maybe higher overall. But I mean, that doesn't always matter if you have like a very consistent team. And I think that's where Clanks are starting to really shine is their teamwork and willing like ability to kind of come together with their different talents and work together. And so, I don't know. I definitely think like there's definitely an element of like being an older player or a player with more experience. You understand some of the tactics more. But I mean, if you're not a player willing to kind of like learn new stuff or whatever, it doesn't matter. If you can't teach an old dog new tricks, then the old dog only can sit. You know.
Yeah.
And I think
That
Clanks
is
are
a
a
really
team that
good
really
analogy.
like Clanks is that dog that's willing to learn new tricks and willing to try different things. And I think that's their
Yes.
strong suit here.
You know what? That is a very well eloquent way of putting it. that is really good. You could be good and talented, everything being inexperienced, but once you get that, wanting to learn new tricks, wanting to learn new tactics, then that's what sets you apart, and that's what makes you a force to be reckoned with later on in the season.
Absolutely.
Because I
Yeah.
I believe that Clanks, are going to continue to learn and continue to grow and continue to get better, and I think they're going to be a really good force down the line.
Absolutely. I would agree 100% with that. I mean, Clanks have already improved as a team, from their debut this season. And I think, like, that's just something we're going to continue to see.
Oh man, I'm still sitting there thinking about it, man. I could have been blasting you into space dust.
We coulda. We coulda.
Yeah, but Xbox, yay. But it happens. Just postpone it. A week maybe, or two. We'll get it, and because we have Domino Squad next.
Yeah. Is that
Yeah,
is that tonight?
no. I believe it might be tonight. Is it? It might be Sunday.
TSO's a team that I've watched them play two different matches now. And they also just have a very good roster on their team. They have some very good players.
Oh
Like
yeah.
like some of the best players are on that team. That being said, as far as teamwork goes, I mean, like on some of those smaller maps, I think they have it down. Now, I don't know, and maybe I need to watch them play a little bit more before making a call. But I mean, they did kind of lose control on Endor there.
Yeah. And I think what it was is that Berg took away what they normally do,
Right.
and they planned for this. And it's like you said earlier, they practiced, and I believe that practice is what set them up for indoor.
Absolutely.
And we'll see how it goes this time, and on the start, and see if Clanks cannot turn it and keep it the momentum and everything. But doing a restart really changes your momentum as well.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm curious to see because, I mean, that game was a wash, but I'm curious to see where it's going to go now.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, we are just 30 seconds out. Grab your popcorn, grab your drinks, grab uh, your Star Wars
vodka.
plushies and vodka, and let's get ready to rumble here. We
Yeah,
are about ready for our
yeah.
next match.
And
Verg
of
went
course, this goes
120.
out to
Oh my gosh.
Dave, since you're old like Dave and everything. We know you need to grab that Bengay and that heating pad and that vibrating, chair. I don't want to know what you
Whatever
do with
you
that
need.
vibrating chair. Yeah,
Whatever you need.
that vibrating setting is all on you, Dave.
Whatever you guys need, go ahead and grab it because we are starting. And let's take a
All
look
right,
here.
all right, all right, all right.
And do we have a delay here? Why am I not able to spectate anyone?
It is 2-1
The score is
TSO.
2-1 TSO. I am not getting to spectate here.
What is going on?
We are missing at least the beginning of this. It's still 3-3 on capture points. Let me go ahead and leave this match and rejoin. I hope that doesn't mess them up too much.
No, it should be okay since they're already in and running. It's just like you got dropped and came back.
Okay, there we go. I apologize. We missed the beginning of this match. It is still 3-3 on objective points. And we are back in. If this is your first stream, don't forget to drop a follow so you can be cool. Anyway, if you like competitive Battlefront, this is a great match to watch. This is a great match. And if you know somebody that likes competitive Battlefront, or maybe has never watched it, this is a good one to sit in on to kind of introduce them to what it looks like. Very interesting, esport, I would say. Very different than some other traditional shooters. And I mean, this is a great map to kind of exemplify that and what strategies need to take place. Now look at Verg here. He is holding down the fort. Now Verg did play, he had a very low score of 15-3 on the last map. But I think we're going to see Verg really kind of clean up on this map. Score is 2-1. 2-1 toward TSO. Twin Sun Outriders versus the Clankeros. Alright, and let's take a look. Maybe we have a cap on 3. And that's right, 3 is taken, which does put the Rebels here. And the Rebels are TSO. So TSO is up 2 points right now, 2 capture points. We're going to have to see Clanks pull it back a little bit, or it's going to go 3-1. Ooh, Bunga not blowing it up. Maybe a little glitch there or something that kept him from doing that. Alright. And let's take a look here. It is still... They still are holding 3 strong. Verg is going to need to come in and take 3 back if they're going to want to see something change. Otherwise, we're going to see a really crazy drain start taking place. And if you're new here, drain just means, or bleed, it just means that your team's team number is going down more and more. Your allies are going down. And once your allies are 0, you're out of the game. Alright, let's take a look here. It is still 2. Let's take a look at a Clank here and see what they're plotting. Now, Han is a very good Vanguard player. In fact, I would say a possible top 5 Vanguard player.
Oh yeah, definitely, without a doubt.
Now, he's playing as a Clank here, and he's going to need to put in some work to be able to get them out of here. I mean, if they're going to, they either need to take 3 back, or they got a backside. Han is just very slippery like a fish. He's hard to nail down, he's hard to kill. And he's just a good Vanguard. All around good Vanguard. Now he's about to go against Vader here. Possibly. Or Bunga. Alright. Now it is hard to go against an engineer as a Vanguard. But Han, again, he's just playing, look, he's playing to the environment. And Verg. Okay, Verg is switched to engineer. Let's see how he does. And look at that, we have a flip on 1 and 5. Okay, 1, they did not flip 1, but they are going to flip 5.
Now, who do you think is gonna finally come out on top on this map? The way the initial took off.
As of now, it's definitely slated at TSO, but TSO is actually down a point right now, so we'll see. Bifocal's just, He's going in with a mine and going in with a mine and a dream, doing bifocal things.
Yeah, he is really amazing at that. He can switch it up by himself. Bifocal is just so versatile.
Thuggish, what are you
Yeah,
doing here? Are you going to be able to take Cap down? You don't want him to sit in there with that rocket launcher. He is, again, a very good Vanguard.
but you need to be mobile.
Absolutely. And it looks like somebody's playing Dark Trooper. It is Boozy. Boozy's going to run Dark Trooper, which is an interesting play on this map. I mean, I'm not going to say it's bad. I'm not going to say it's good. But it could work to their advantage if they play it right.
Yeah. Now, in these closer CPs and everything, I would have thought just to stick with the Vanguard, but you know, thinking outside the box and using your Dark Trooper and everything could change everything up.
Absolutely. I would agree with that, especially with how like claustrophobic the hallways are on this map. You're able to kind of chain enemies with that electric effect, and you might be able to get your opponents around the wall. So it might work out for you on this one. But looking at the map, it is Clanks are actually up a point right now. Let's take a look. What is Bifocal up to here? Alright, he's about to go against Star. You better get off of there. There we go. Alright, he's got Star. Playing a Bothan once again. Competitive Bothan. Wouldn't you know? If I had... I won't even go there. If I had a dime for every time this match, I'd have 2 dimes, which isn't a lot, but it's strange that I have 2.
Yeah. You know, that's wild. You know, you think you wouldn't even have one.
That's right. Surprised to see 2 different Bothans, but here we are. Alright, point guard. Let's see you. We got point guard going against Boozy, Solo, and Verg. Now, he got Boozy with the Dark Trooper. Now he's going to go against Han, but Verg also knows that he's there. And he went ahead and did the mind glitch through the door. I don't know if that's going to necessarily trick anybody. I think Han's a pretty reserved player, but let's take a look at Vader if we can get him. There we go. Now Vader is going against Verg, and Verg wants him down. Point guard taking down... Oh, okay. He's dead.
Oh my.
And Boozy glowing Dark Trooper for just 1 millisecond. Hate to see it, but that's kind of what you expect on this map. Now we are completely tied up on capture points, so no... I would say no real clear, guidance on what's going on as far as the score. Now, given TSO had an early lead with capture points, I would say TSO probably is higher on score right now, but I guess we'll see. It's kind of hard to tell at this point what the score, where the score could be at. Also, with so many Vanguards and all the AI, I mean, we could absolutely see like 1 or 2 players that just have like 100+ kills too. So we'll see. Now point guard going down the hallway, and he's gonna backside Han and Verg, and he just dies to a bot. Okay, weird.
Yeah.
We don't talk. It's Polis Massa things, And Han gets Vader. Is he going to be able to get point guard too? A lot of very competent Vanguards tonight on this map. So, I don't think we're going to have like a clear... Bifocal killed himself. I don't know if I have a clear pick on who's playing Vanguard the best right now. It seems like Verg is playing a very good defensive Vanguard, and Han is playing a very good offensive. Or I guess also defensive, rather.
Yeah.
Cap has been a pretty good Vanguard tonight. Same with Vader. If I had to guess on what the scores, I would say maybe those four are going to be the top two on their teams. Looking at the map again, 3-3. We're not seeing any backsides. Now, just for a glimpse, we did see somebody trying, but I don't know. The hallways here, we're seeing, we might actually see a cap here. And it looks like TSO is going to start taking back. Okay.
But is it enough?
That's the question. Is it enough? But I think it's contested. They're contesting 3. I don't know if it's a clear shot that they think it might be right now. There's a lot of firepower right now for 3. But looks like they're holding it down. Yep, they're taking it. Now, we're seeing Boozy kind of go at this alone. He switched off a Dark Trooper. You know, I understand it. He's trying to get the point, but we need to see a coordinated effort from Clanks here. They're going to need to send at least 2, maybe 3 guys together if they're going to want to take 3 back. I mean, you have such strong Vanguards holding that point down right now.
Because if you could divide their defenses, that would be better. But then if you just go in there as a solo, opponent, you have 2, 3 vanguards aiming at you instead of just one.
Right. Looks like we have a almost a back cap on 6, but it is 3, 2, and 1 neutral. Cats, 1 neutral. Alright, Bunga! Alright, we see you. Final kill there. Alright, in Rebels, only 77 up. So TSO with another win. And look at that. Vader, 95 and 15. Bunga, 58 and 12 as the engineer. Very good. Point guard, 67 and 15. Cap, 72 and 22. And Star, only 6 and 5. Now keep in mind, he was playing defense. He was playing his role. Thuggish, 94 and 24. Ferg, 60 and 11. Bruzy, 63 and 21. Han, 55 and 17. And Bifocal, again, playing his role, defense, 12 and 7.
Yep. And you sit there and you see Star do a Verg and play defense.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and update the score here. It is 1-3, 1-3. Now, this kind of puts Clanks in their hot seat right now. They're going to have to make an aggressive play on this next map. Now, Cats, it looks like on this next map, we are looking at Bespin.
Ooh. That is going to be tough. That's going to be a very tough one. Oh my, I wouldn't even know how.
It could be anybody's game on this next one.
Yes, extremely. Because, this map is so fast and so fluidic. You have to.
Right.
And if you don't, you could be locked out and not even know it.
All right, let's take a look.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite maps, and it's just, are they switching over, or how they
Uh,
doing this?
or I'm waiting for them to, but I haven't. I don't see the new session up yet. Oh, maybe this is it. There we go. Uh this is perhaps not the right map though.
Uh, so
Uh
yeah,
oh, unless
right now,
this might be a warm
burner.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, right now we're at a progressive commercial. I don't want to be like my. Well, actually, I would be like my dad. He's awesome, but and it's this old guy trying to teach these young guys things and stuff, and then that kind of reminds me of Dave trying to teach you something.
Am I because I'm a
Oh,
young guy and Dave's an old guy? Is that
yeah, that's the analogy.
okay? Okay.
Yeah.
I hope Dave doesn't come in here with his cane and he
Uh,
electric seat and starts yelling at us.
oh no, he
Vibrating seat.
won't. The UFC tonight.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. McGregor, I think right now.
Banger
No,
of a game we
again.
got. It is. It is. It's a good game. I mean, you love to see a score that's not 4-0, and here we are, not 4-0. And honestly, this next map, who won Polis? TSO. TSO won Polis.
Yeah.
All right, only a
And
5-minute warm up. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
I forgot who Bloated Frog is.
Uh, I did too.
Yeah. Oh, maybe it's better we don't know. That way I'm nice. I have to be nice. You know, Catshausen has to be nice. I'm trying to spread positivity.
Cats, you kind of speak like a Batman villain sometimes.
I've been told that. I've been told I have a Joker-esque laugh. I can sound maniacal and evil and stuff like that. Would I throw a bag of cats in a river? No. Puppies, it's a little bit different story. Uh, Just, just putting it out there. They're not
I don't think
cats.
we need to watch my POV on here. This is not good. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we TSO is probably cheering. They got one more map they got to win. But Clanks, this is their time to kind of rise or fall here, right? And knowing the Clanks, I don't think that they're going to be too demoralized just yet. They're a team that kind of can hold it together, but going into Bespin, I mean, they're going to have to play it, right? They're going to have to play it
Oh,
well.
and I think the Clanks can do it. Bespin is one of their maps, and they run it very well. So I mean, they have a shot again to change it and get that momentum back. And if you can get that momentum back, you could change the whole complexion of this matchup.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I 100% agree with that. All right, ladies, gentlemen, we are just 2 minutes and 30 seconds out from what could be the last match. Right now, we are at a game point, not quite a match point, but a game point for TSO. So we're going to have to see some action happen from the Clankers here.
Yep.
If you are just tuning in, welcome, welcome. We are just 2 minutes out from our next match in Bespin. We're going to be up in Cloud City, the city of gas and Lando Calrissian. So We're going to be there in just a couple minutes, but welcome in if you are just tuning in. And right now, TSO is playing a good game. You know, they are up 2. What are you saying, Cats?
I said that sounds like my night, minus the Lando Calrissian reference.
The city of gas.
Yeah. But who do you call this match? You know,
At
right
this
now,
point,
at this point,
you know, I'm gonna be. I would say at this point, it is. I think the favor is to TSO right now, but I wouldn't say that it. I wouldn't. I would say it's a low difference match to TSO right now. So, like, I think it could absolutely change. I think Clanks are playing. They're playing well, but I don't think they're playing at their full capacity. Right? They are missing Metallic, which does significantly change kind of the scope of their team and their team dynamics. But I think that's I think that could change. Also, let's just point out little double kill there against the Wampas. Not a little, maybe a little clip is in order, chat. A little clip. Anyway, we are just 24 seconds out. Yeah, what are you thinking, Cats?
With the, you got Thuggy and you got Boozy, and then the third one that's always there with them is always Metallic. But you take that Metallic out, Thuggy and Boozy have to vibe off each other, and then that carry the rest of the team.
Right.
Metallic there, he would transfer that to the other 2 remaining players.
Yeah.
And without Metallic, it's just such a different dynamic.
Absolutely. It is functionally a different team. So I'm curious to see how this goes. What side are Clanks? Clanks are starting. I think they're starting good.
Yeah, I think so. I think they would be good.
Clanks are starting good here. Okay, let's maybe mix up the music here. And let's watch the hallway for a bit. It looks like point guard going down the middle, playing a little aggressively, but that's working out for him.
Wow, he just ate that rocket. I mean, he's hurt and everything.
Oh, wow. He's going for it. There is not a care in this man's mind. He is just pushing as hard as he can. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. He just freaking Godzilla'd straight down there.
Wow. Yeah, that was... Let's take a look at the scoreboard. And it looks like 4 points to the Clanks. Clanks are up 4-2 right now. 4-2.
And this is where I told you just have to believe. You get that clanker in you and everything, and then you just feel it.
Do you feel when the clanker is in you, Cats?
Yeah, it's my inner clanker. Like I said, I'm their mascot.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
Who else in this community has metal legs?
That's right. That's fair.
There you go, right there. Plank, right there. Plank coming back. Mark my words. Oh, goodness.
All right, let's take a look at Han and point guard. They're going to be duking it out, it seems, for a while. Oh, looks like I have a metal piece in my neck at Cats. All right, Cats, you're not the only clanker, apparently. The only cyborg.
That clanker army is growing. That clanker army is going to grow. You watch.
Yeah, I guess so. the Clanks definitely have a fan base. Wow, look at 4 and 2, both white. And are we gonna see Clanks kind of hold this map together as rebels? Now we don't have any Dark Troopers out, which is gonna change things for sure. But so far Clanks are playing well.
You're right. When they come out, you're gonna have to really adjust to keep that map going and keep that momentum going. But once you get that momentum going and you get some players that are all sparkly glowy, then that changes things. That changes the whole aspect of the map.
Absolutely.
You could be a dark trooper and they're just gonna smile at you and just take you down out of the sky.
But I will say, to the Clank's point on this map, having Verg on your team, a known defensive player, especially if he can defend these hallways up top, that might work in their favor here. Now they're still up 4-2, so we'll keep a close eye on the scoreboard here, especially as Dark Troopers come out. But Verg might be kind of the turning point, being a defensive player here. Let's keep an eye out on him. He's about to go against Star, and he does not know it.
And it's going to happen quick.
There we go, and he made quick work of him, and now he's going to deal with Bunga. And they trade, and now Boozy versus Vader. And let's take a look at the scoreboard. And Vader killed Boozy, so Vader's actually going to probably cap that point, huh? Yep, and look at that. 5 goes down. And there we go, chat. Very interesting. Very interesting how that trade went.
Yeah, and then this is where you start to see the Dark Troopers starting to make their difference. And it's just gradual. And then all of a sudden, before you know it, it's a lightning storm in space.
Absolutely. Let's take a look. And Vader misses the jump here, but he is going to go for this point. And I don't know if he knows that Boozy's there, but now he does, and he makes quick work of him. Now, Vader is a very good Dark Trooper, so this could be bad for Clankers here.
Yes. And, again, you have to just sit there and hope that the Clankers can just readapt and readjust and make adjustments on the fly, because that's how you have to face this TSO team. They're so tough.
Right. And looking at the scoreboard, we have a complete flip. So a complete flip of the board. It is 4-2 the other way. TSO up 4, Clankers at 2.
Now, in that flip, they do have that little bit of cushion to make that comeback and still win this easily, but you do it quick. You cannot give them a moment to get that drain and get that, the hills dug in, or it's over for Clankers.
Now, looking at the scoreboard, Clanks have the top, while TSO is holding the bottom. So that's kind of an interesting dynamic, especially with the Dark Troopers. So I'm curious to see how that's going to play out for them.
Yeah. And that does say that TSO does have that, uphill battle they have to do.
Right. Let's just watch the gameplay for a second here. Let's see what Bunga's able to do. In Verg versus Vader. Nope. I thought he was going to have a moment with the clip, and I was going to get the music. He's going to have a crazy clip. It didn't happen. I'm sorry.
Mercy.
All right, Boozy. Let's see what you got here. No. Let's look at the score. Ooh, Clanks are down to just 2 points now. It is 2-4. 2-4 Clanks with 2.
Yeah, and they just have to get one just to keep it
even.
level.
Yeah. Once those Dark Troopers came out, though, Vader started playing nasty.
Yeah, and that Dark Trooper really makes up a big difference.
Absolutely.
And that's always going to be a game changer. You know, because they move so quick and so fast. You have to be a step ahead in order to be a step behind.
Thuggish, great kill with the blaster rifle to Vader. Wow. Okay, Bunga is holding this point here, or contesting it. He's got enemies on all sides, and they take him down. This is not looking good. We only have 1 point to the Clanks. TSO is dominating the battlefield here. 5 capture points. Are they going to go for a lockout? Let's see what happens here.
Oh my God! Come on, guys! Oh, they are running at the mob, aren't they? And that's how you have to do it. You have to run as a mob.
All right. Let's see it, gentlemen. Let's see if you go for the lockout here. Oh my gosh. Are they going to push out? They are pushing out. Come on, defense, defense. Let's see it. Take out those Dark Troopers. Come on, guys. We see Verk. We see you. This is all you. Play that defense. Come on. It's just Star. It's just Star. Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, you say just Star, but I mean it's Star. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, okay, okay.
Really good player, but you have to take him very serious.
All right, bifocal. Let's see what you got. I'm trying to give you guys clip moments here. I need somebody. Okay, point guard, you're my clip. Point guard, this is you, bro. You're him. H-I-M. Oh. Okay. I'm trying to get clips. I gotta follow somebody. Okay, Bunga's a glowing Dark Trooper. He could be him.
Yeah, he could be. And as a Dark Trooper, yeah. But knowing your luck.
Clanks are still down to just 2 points here.
Come on, you guys. Because you guys are doing so good. And you know, we don't know the score. They may have taken such a lead that they have that cushion. You know, and they still could do it.
Right, absolutely they could.
You know, because they led, they had the most CPs for the longest, I would say 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, so they could have just had that momentum.
Oh, okay, let's see if we got a push here. Come on, gentlemen. This is the time. Come on, Verk. Come on, Bifocal. Come on, Han. You're 3 great players. Oh, Bunga. Come on, get the push. Crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. Crazy. Oh. but it just wasn't enough.
Oh my gosh.
And only 68 diff. 68 diff, that's such a low difference. Oh, Vader 60 and 9, Point Guard 69 and 16, Star 44-11, Bunga 36-16, Cap 42-16, Thuggish 91-17. Oh, Bifocal 46-15, Han 37-11, Ferg 30-14, and Boozy 24-18. Unfortunately, the Clanks just didn't quite have the firepower without Metallic tonight.
And again, it is that that drain is the most important thing. And thought about it, did the math and everything, and just the TSO had just a little bit longer hold on more CPs.
Right.
2 minutes made the whole thing.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. It was so close, but yeah, they just held it a little bit longer with that 4-2 dominance. And once the Dark Troopers came out, it was hard to compete, you know?
Yeah. That Dark Troopers just makes up everything.
Absolutely. Well, GG to TSO. Congrats, TSO. Let's go ahead and pay out this prediction. And it looks like congrats to the TSO. Congrats, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. It was a good match. It was a very balanced match. And I'm surprised we didn't see a Game 6 and Game 7 here.
I was hoping. I was there. I was feeling it.
Well, we know Katz is heartbroken that his second favorite, or maybe first favorite team lost, but you know, that's how these matches go. And when you're missing such a crucial player like Metallic, you know, it's hard. It's hard to sub out that magic that team has. So
yeah, but good game to both teams. Both hard fought matchups, and I was at least treated to a very good match tonight.
absolutely, yeah, it was great. It was great to watch both teams play, and you know, both teams they fought their heart out here. And I mean, we saw some really, even we saw the losing teams twice have really good scores, very good scores. So
out team, so
it was not a matter of one team was playing, very good and the other team was playing very bad. Both teams playing very good. Just one team a little bit better, and maybe Metallic would have made that difference. But anyway, chat, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And be on the lookout for Phantom Squadron versus Galactic War Ponies. Oops, All Space Edition.
Yep.
All right. Ciao, everyone.
Bye.